Now let's focus on a subtle but incredibly powerful signal: timing and delays in responses. Because sometimes the silence before the answer tells you more than the answer itself. Here's the core idea: truth is usually recalled, lies are often constructed. When someone is telling the truth, their brain is assessing memory. The response tends to come naturally with a smooth flow. There might be small pauses, that's normal, but overall, it feels effortless and connected. But when someone is lying, their brain has more work to do. They need to create a believable answer, make sure it's consistent, monitor your reaction, control their behavior. All of this takes time, and that's where delays can appear. Now, let's be clear: not every pause means deception. People pause for many reasons: thinking, remembering, being careful, or even just processing the question. So, what are you actually looking for? You are looking for changes in timing. If someone usually answers quickly and naturally, but suddenly takes a longer pause before responding to a specific question, that shift is meaningful. It suggests that something about that moment required more mental effort. There are a few patterns to watch for. First, delayed responses to simple questions. If you ask something straightforward, like, "Where were you yesterday evening?" and there's an unusual pause before the answer, that can indicate the person is not just recalling, but constructing. Second, uneven timing. Notice if the person responds quickly to some parts of the conversation, but slows down noticeably on certain topics. That contrast helps you identify sensitive areas. Third, failed pauses. Instead of silence, the person might use filler words like, well, let me think. These can act as time buying strategies while the brain organizes a response. Another interesting pattern is overly fast responses. Sometimes a person answers too quickly, especially with a very clean or rehearsed statement. It can feel like the answer was ready before the question was even finished. In some cases, this can indicate preparation rather than natural recall. You should also watch for mid sentence delays. A person might start speaking smoothly, then pause briefly in the middle, almost like they are adjusting the story as they go. These small breaks can signal internal conflict or increased cognitive load. Now, here's the key: timing becomes powerful when combined with context and clusters. Ask yourself, did the delay happen at a specific question? Did other changes appear at the same time, like tone, posture, or language? Does this pattern repeat? Because one pause means nothing, but a pause plus a shift in tone plus reduced detail. Now you are seeing a pattern. And here's a practical tip: don't rush to fill silence. When you ask a question, let the silence exist. People often reveal more when they are given space. The pressure of silence can increase cognitive load, especially for someone trying to maintain a constructed story. But always stay balanced. Some people are naturally slower thinkers or more careful speakers. That's why your baseline matters. So remember, you are not measuring how long someone pauses. You are measuring when and why that pause appears. Because in many cases, the delay is not just a gap in conversation, it's a window into the effort behind the answer. And once you start noticing timing patterns, you'll realize the truth tends to flow, but a lie often needs a moment to be built.